Can you imagine a world without the internet? A life devoid of the digital buzz that has become our second nature? Pause for a moment and let that question sink in. What if you woke up tomorrow and the internet was gone? No more buzzing smartphones, no more instant messages, no more endless scrolling. It's hard to even fathom, isn't it? Well, that's the unplugged reality we're about to explore. The internet, as we know, is not just a tool, it has become an extension of our lives. It's as omnipresent as the air we breathe, as essential as the food we eat. From the moment we wake up to the time we close our eyes at night, the internet is our constant companion. Think about it. Our day starts with the chirping of a smart alarm that's connected to the internet. We check the weather, read the news, and plan our day, all through our internet-enabled devices. We order our breakfast online, track our fitness goals, and even monitor our sleep patterns, all thanks to the internet. Our work lives too revolve around the digital sphere. From cloud-based platforms to virtual meetings, the internet is the invisible thread that holds the modern workplace together. And it's not just about work. The internet is our gateway to the world. It's where we socialize, where we learn, where we escape when we need a break. It's a digital ecosystem that's so deeply ingrained in our everyday activities that the thought of living without it seems almost preposterous. The internet is so intertwined with our existence that we have become, in a sense, digital beings. But what if one day this digital lifeline snaps? What if the world as we know it goes offline? Would we be able to adapt? Or would we be left grappling in the dark? So what happens when this digital lifeline snaps? Let's dive into the world without the internet. Remember the days of handwritten letters and landline phones? Those could be our reality again. Imagine a world where the subtle art of putting pen to paper regains its importance, where the thrill of receiving a letter in the mail is rediscovered. The days of instant messaging, video calls, and endless emails might be replaced by the more personal touch of written words on paper, the anticipation of a letter's arrival, the tangible connection of a phone call. Indeed, the lack of internet would mean a resurgence of traditional communication methods. The sound of a dial tone, the hum of a fax machine, the clatter of a typewriter might become the soundtrack of our lives once more. Telegrams, long considered relics of a bygone era, might make a comeback, delivering urgent messages across distances. And phone calls, stripped of the convenience of texting, would regain their significance as the primary means of real-time conversation. But let's not forget the impact on professional communication. The speed and efficiency of emails and online meetings would be replaced by face-to-face conversations, physical memos, and snail-mail documents. The pace of business would slow down, with decisions taking longer to reach and implement. Global collaboration might be hampered, with time zones becoming a real challenge again. And yet, amidst the slowdown, there might be a silver lining. The world might see a revival of meaningful conversations, the kind that take time and thought, the kind that build deeper connections. Communication might become less about speed and more about substance. However, the potential slowdown in global communication cannot be ignored. The world has grown smaller with the internet, connecting people and places in an instant. Without it, we might feel the vastness of our planet anew. We might lose the ability to connect instantly with anyone, anywhere. Without the internet, the world might become a bigger place again, as we lose the ability to connect instantly with anyone, anywhere. The end of the internet could mean the end of the global marketplace as we know it. The vast network of digital connections that the internet provides has become the lifeblood of businesses, from multinational corporations to the corner store down your street. Without it, the face of commerce would drastically change. Large multinational corporations would face a significant challenge. The globalized business model, with interconnected supply chains stretching across continents, would be hard to maintain. Real-time tracking of goods, rapid communication, and immediate access to global markets would become things of the past. The result? A slowdown in production, a rise in costs, and a potential drop in the variety of goods available. Local businesses, too, would face a new reality. The convenience of e-commerce, a lifeline for many small businesses, would vanish. The local store may see a resurgence, as customers can no longer order from the comfort of their homes. However, without online advertising and social media, reaching potential customers would become a much more challenging task. The shift from e-commerce to brick-and-mortar stores would also have a ripple effect on other sectors. The logistics industry, for instance, would need to adapt to a world with fewer parcels to deliver and more goods to transport to physical stores. Global trade would be significantly affected. Without the internet, business transactions would slow down, and the fluid movement of goods across borders would become more challenging. The just-in-time supply chains, a model which relies on precise timing and efficient communication, would be hard to sustain. The impact on the stock markets could be profound too. Without real-time data feeds, trading would slow, and the global financial markets might become less intertwined. In short, the end of the internet would shake the very foundations of business as we know it. It would force us to rethink how we produce, sell, and buy goods. In a world without the internet, doing business would likely become a more local affair, with international trade taking a back seat. Imagine a world where entertainment is not just a click away. A world where you can't simply summon a movie on demand, stream a brand new album, or dive into the endless sea of digital gaming. Sounds like a challenge, right? In a world without internet, the entertainment industry would face a seismic shift. Let's consider the media we consume. Without the ability to stream, physical media such as CDs, DVDs, and even vinyl records may make a grand comeback. Remember that old DVD player gathering dust in your attic? It could become your prime source of entertainment. The music industry would also need to adapt. Streaming platforms would be a thing of the past, so it's back to the basics with CDs and vinyl records. The charm of musicians performing live would be rekindled, with many more seeking out concerts and gigs to experience the magic of music firsthand. The gaming landscape would also transform dramatically. With online gaming no longer an option, we might see a resurgence of offline games, bringing back the era of single-player adventures. And who knows, maybe this could be the golden age for board games and card games, bringing family and friends together for some good old-fashioned fun. Outdoor activities and sports would likely see a resurgence as well. With less time spent on digital devices, people might take up hobbies such as hiking, biking, or even just a simple walk in the park. Entertainment would become more physical, more tangible, and perhaps a bit more social. The world of books too might witness a revival. With the digital distractions out of the picture, we might find ourselves rekindling our love for reading, visiting libraries, and flipping through the pages of a good book. Without the internet, our entertainment options would be limited, and perhaps a bit more physical and social. It's a fascinating thought, isn't it? To imagine a world where we reconnect with our roots, engage more with the world around us, and rediscover the simple joys of life. So, a life without the internet, a step back or a leap forward? As we've explored, this unplugged reality would dramatically alter the way we communicate, do business, and entertain ourselves. Without instant messages and emails, our conversations may become more thoughtful, more personal. In business, the absence of online transactions could bring back the human touch, though it would certainly slow down the pace. Entertainment would take a nostalgic turn, resurrecting the charm of traditional forms. However, the ease and global reach of online content would be sorely missed. There are potential benefits: a slower, more mindful way of living, a return to personal connections, a break from the relentless information overload. But there are undeniable drawbacks too: reduced accessibility, slower progress, limited global interaction. Whether it's a dystopian future or a return to simpler times, one thing's for sure: a world without the internet would be a world vastly different from the one we know today.